Sejam todos bem-vindos a mais um bônus ogro com Genshin Impact. Eu sou o Dimitri e vamos nós. Hoje é dia de continuação de história.
Your skills in battle are truly beyond reproach. Even with your opponent's speed, he shouldn't be able to overwhelm you. Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance, which enables him to execute moves that many would find impossible. He relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat his opponents.
Entendi.
In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak points, then his attacks should pose no threat to you.
Não vou subestimar ele.
Please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the opportunity to witness your command of the elements that defies all known principles. The world is a truly mysterious place, it seems, and one will always encounter that which is still unknown.
Né?
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your own? Why are you so intent on exploring the connection between visions and the elements?
Ele pode ser um estudioso.
I desire to know what meaning visions have to the gods, and what influences the gods' decision to grant humans these visions.
Faz sentido.
My apologies. You must be completely in the dark regarding such matters.
Eu não esperava que ele fosse assim, imaginava algo parecido com o
For
Inuyasha.
allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways, I am willing to answer any questions you may have regarding Inazuma.
Realmente estou perdido, então me oriente.
So that's what you're curious about? Then allow me to tell you more. As you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway in Inazuma. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably. Sometimes in circumstances that leave their original recipients
Meio que traduzido
dead.
errado. De certas circunstâncias trazendo a morte, mas beleza.
In the outset, supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, then does the current Electro-Archon now
Não,
doubt
então não
these
quer dizer que o Arcano
criteria,
seja mau, ele só
or
quer
even
prevenir que as
act
pessoas...
in and of itself?
Não, né, ok,
Not
tá.
to
Vamos
mention, with
vamos
no
sim.
new Electro-visions having been granted for such a long time, it would seem that we can infer something of the Raiden Shogun's feelings on the matter.
She sounds less like an Archon and more like a tyrant.
Né?
As far as I know, she is an Archon that pursues eternity. She will relentlessly carry out her will with no regard to what others may think or feel.
Tá, né?
Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. But what does Inazuma's pursuit of eternity bring to its people?
Né?
It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these days.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning would do.
Né?
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro-Archon before?
Não tenho certeza.
With time,
Será que é ela mesmo? Será que...
we will change. But the Shogun will remain the same. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there.
Ah, é ela? Cara, eu imaginei o Raiden com mulher... Que errado, enfim.
There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from her. Ah, the time for your match is approaching.
Maligno, enfim.
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking about Inazuma that Paimon forgot all about the
Eu
tournament!
perdi por WO, ia ser da hora.
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together.
Claro, vamos juntos.
Very well. Let's go. I wish to see who will obtain the vision.
Arena participa da competição. Tá com pouca vida, mas beleza. Bora. Pera, eu vou enfrentar Bailey?
Why isn't he here yet? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first.
Priscila Marques, obrigado por curtir, eu também curto você.
Everyone, listen up! Your attention, please! We've reached the climax of the Crux Clash! This is the final match!
Ó, animadora de torcida, né?
We've seen many exciting battles today, and now at long last, the 2 finalists have emerged. Now, I'd like to introduce our first combatant. Though few have seen him, his reputation knows no bounds.
Ó.
He strikes fear into the heart of Oficial, and the mere mention of his name causes even the Fatui Harbingers to turn pale in the face.
Ah, cara.
Introducing Liyue's traveling hero!
Ok.
Wow!
Melhor expressão de apresentação.
I've been waiting for this moment.
Ó,
I'm
limite pra
sure
escala
everyone
que só tem
witnessed
no
his
jogo.
thrilling match in the semifinals. But today's final round will surely take things up a notch. As for our other combatant, he still
Ele
hasn't
ainda não
arrived.
chegou.
Come on, what could be taking him so long? You can't just forfeit for not showing up like in previous rounds. This is the finals. Apologies, everyone just sit tight.
Não, esqueci confundido o horário.
We've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up, we'll just have to postpone the match.
Wait a moment. Something doesn't seem right about this. Captain Beto, perhaps we should check on the prize.
Ih, rapaz.
Traveler, come with us.
Ele pegou a visão e saiu vazado. Eita, nós. Não que eu ligue, eu queria pegar né? O caminho pra Inazuma, né? Beleza.
Let me see. It's gone all right. The vision is missing.
Huh? Did somebody steal it? Who would dare do such a thing in broad daylight?
Né?
We don't know when it was taken exactly. I never thought that someone here would have the guts to cross Captain Beto.
Ó.
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand does not escape nature's watchful gaze.
É, tá bom, Inuyasha.
The culprit has only acted recently.
Essa respirada dele.
They will not. The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look after it. I will be certain to get it back.
Ó.
Well, if you insist. I'll leave the matter to you then. I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation to all the spectators that came to see the match.
Eu queria fazer a última luta, agora eu tinha ficado na expectativa.
If you
Mas que droga,
would,
jogo.
please come with me.
É, meu continua de alguma forma.
But we're on an island. Where could he have possibly run to?
Praticamente pra todos, né? Beleza.
Come with me. I can sense the winds are coming.
Que? Ghost of Tsushima agora? Se ele tivesse cabelo preto, eu ia achar que é aquele samurai lá do jogo. Ele parece mais que não ia. Olha só, vou voar. Devia trocar de personagem, né? Vamos seguir o padrão, né?
The winds
Ah,
have come
não.
at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward.
Trolando,
From
né?
there, we can continue our search for clues.
Ai, ai. Ah, como eu imaginei.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the price in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see shortly.
Eu podia usar meus poderes aqui, na real. Até porque eu usei sem querer um disparo de fogo, olha. De gelo, aliás. Como é que não vai ter a final? Vai ter a final sim, tio. Não. Tomei na orelha. Não queria ter visto isso. Vou usar meu poder. Toma. Não. Se tivesse com os itens melhorzinhos, eu tava normal, mas não tá. Vai demorar demais.
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
Poxa,
You
então
can hear
acabou.
that too? What does it sound like?
Ah, para de me jogar pra cima, jogo.
Hubris. This way.
Oh.
Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Aquele mago ali.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
Low. Oh!
Dodge this.
No.
I got careless. Picked the wrong test subject.
Quem raio é isso?
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and still you caught up to me.
Esse é um cara rápido.
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about? Oh, I get it.
Ah,
Your
ele pode
vision.
farejar o vento. Faz sentido.
Drat! If I only had a vision. Or if I could activate this one, then you'd never be able to catch me.
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but it seems you know precious little about how to conceal yourself from nature's gaze.
Quê?
Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And on top of that, I could hear your boasting and proud laughter in the wind as I was pursuing you. In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria for a grand heist. Namely speed, stealth, and style.
Caramba.
You...
But most disappointing of all is the state of the vision in your hand.
Né, ele não
It
conseguiu
appears
ativar.
that the vision doesn't respond to human desire indiscriminately.
Fine. I admit it. I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest was full of a bunch of lousy fighters. I fought my way to the finals and...
Aha! So you were supposed to be our opponent.
Ah,
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. But then you showed up. After watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up on the vision so easily after coming all this way. Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to good use while everyone's attention was on you and Beto. I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow you still managed to catch up to me.
Você não tem pra onde fugir.
Drat. This should have gone differently.
Aqui, ó.
Really?
Sim.
Fine.
Na real, não. Eu não
But
queria,
you
mas
better
beleza. Não
mean
tem outra
it.
opção, então é isso.
It didn't activate once I took it anyway. It's nothing but a useless shell to me.
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing is breaking the culprit's arms.
Gostei dessa lei, hein? Posso quebrar o braço dele?
You're not serious, are you?
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match, and you damaged the reputation of the captain of the
Deixa eu quebrar o
Crux
braço dele,
fleet.
tio. Deixa eu quebrar o braço dele.
It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your forehead with a hot iron.
Caramba. Não fizeram isso no Rio. Não foi em outro
Whoa,
estado, não
whoa!
lembro.
We don't need to go that far, do we?
É só quebrar os braços já tá bom já.
I never would have guessed you could be so cruel. If this is where talking gets me, then forget it. I'll risk a fight.
É só, vai mesmo, é? É só um? Não, é só um.
What are you trying to do?
Beleza, é só um. É só um. Então eu vou bater nele com... Sem ele. Ah, mas aí que ser... Quê? Tá, ok. Com cuidado. Tá, nós. É puxado, desgraça. Ele é. Invisível,
I'll
né?
have my revenge eventually.
Mas que ele me lascou aqui, rapaz.
No. Do what you want, but please, don't brand my forehead, please.
Deixa eu virar os braços aí que... Pera.
He has persevered to the bitter end, and now death looms near. Yet still the gods do not bestow their favor upon him. Put down the vision and leave. I've changed my mind. No further
Tem mais
punishment
desse
for
inimigo
you.
no jogo, meu beleza.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking for more punishment? It's up to you. Such willingness is commendable and fits the way of the samurai.
No need for that. Thank you for releasing me. You truly are generous.
Cara, mas caramba. Esse
Paimon
ladrão me deu um
doesn't
trabalho.
get it. Were you just trying to scare him?
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing all possibilities while the vision remained in his hands.
Ah, pra ver se o medo fazia ativar, entendi.
When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. I thought it may be an opportunity for him to awaken the vision.
Ó.
But unfortunately, nothing happened.
Opa.
Yes. I wanted to know whether it were possible for an extinguished vision to be reawakened. From the moment he stole the vision, I decided to use him for this experiment. I've tried many other methods in the past, though few tales tell of a masterless vision reawakening.
Caramba, tô meio...
After seeing you command multiple elements, I figured that nothing is impossible.
Yeah.
Come, why don't you give it a try? Let's see if you can give me the answer I'm hoping for.
Vou levar a bola lá, dá pra cá.
The vision didn't seem to respond at all.
I see. So you are also unable to rekindle the vision. No matter. This was expected. I suppose this vision is still mine to take for now.
Por que você ia pegar essa visão?
Yeah, what's the story behind this vision anyway?
The story begins with an old friend.
Eita, nós.
He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered.
Oh.
It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god.
Eita, mas... Deu uma
Perhaps one
estrancadinha.
day, I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies along the way, while still retaining the warrior way in my heart.
Kazuha.
It's just another way of saying I do as I please.
É só eu dizer que eu faço o que eu quero.
All right
Bom,
then, it's time we returned.
e se quiser falar mais,
Do not let my feelings trouble you,
então tá bom.
but thank you.
Eu tô aqui, né?
Windblade!
Um pouquinho de vida, né? Não custa não, né? Não custa nada. Começou a bufaria.
Let me amuse myself a little.
Eu vou conseguir encher a vida aqui ou vou perder mais vida do que encher? Eis a questão. Toma. Não, tá bom pra ver se aqui.
Blink!
Isso, tá. Vou pegar agora. Falou. Eu não enchei muita vida não, mas né, morreu. Beleza. Tem slime por ali, aqui eu posso encher a vida na real. Com bastante tranquilidade. Flow, gameplay. Tem a constelação dele que faz ele curar quando ele mata com Ravena. Só que a espada do viajante tá acabando de curar mais aqui. Flow. Pula aqui. Beber água também. Não, né? Não. Vou tomar uma pegada na cabeça. Dois anos depois. A água agora, né? Então é isso aí, pô. Nem que eu jogaria na água, eu vou jogar na água. Fala por aqui.
Did Beta leave already? Maybe she went back to
Fala
her ship.
disso não. Vou ter que foto na vida.
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Lady Ningguang. It seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time and has attracted her attention. Captain Beto was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she headed off to Liyue Harbor.
Estragar prazer.
It's not unusual for those two to be at odds with one another.
But still, Captain Beto was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion. She had been looking forward to it for quite some time.
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent in the final round.
Eu acho que eu teria perdido aquela luta, né? Se bem que não, sem usar energia. Dava pra vencer sem usar energia, só ia demorar.
He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked idea of stealing the prize took hold in his mind. In which case, the Crux clash comes to a clear-cut conclusion.
Huh? So that's what happened? If that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified. And our hero here is the champion.
Mas teria sido uma luta interessante lutar com aquele cara sem
I
energia.
thought we'd win and all, but not like this.
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is honor deserved. Now, let me go prepare the champion's medal to award you.
Podemos já
Yes,
será?
I believe so. Though Captain Beto is no longer present here, I'll
não
be
tá
sure
mais
she
presente,
receives
entendi,
word of
tá.
it. She is a
Só
woman
na
of her word.
ponto boné, né? Tipo, futuro do além.
But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be plagued by a perpetual tempest the entire trip. In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun's will to close the nation.
Ah, legal.
Hold on a second. You're saying she can change the weather just with the power of her mind?
Interessante.
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone spears, then it should come as no great surprise that the Raiden Shogun is capable
Que
of
irônico,
summoning an
porque ele
eternal
quer
tempest.
buscar a eternidade, fez a tempestade eterna.
Suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. You will be notified once all the preparations have been made. In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own. I will travel all across the vast lands of Liyue in the hope of
Ele vai
finding a
ficar
way
aqui.
to reawaken the vision.
Paimon believes you'll find a way for sure.
Thank you. May both our journeys prove meaningful.
Ah,
One final word of warning. The part of your journey that lies after the storm may well prove to be the most arduous.
e é isso. Ventos do outono, Folhas Escarlate. E mais uma, foram 3 conquistas. Eu ganhei um negócio. Medalha concedida pela organização do torneio da Plote Boné. Então é isso. Flow, gameplay. Acabou o gameplay. Então, bom dia, boa tarde, boa noite, assim no futuro. Um forte abraço, eu fui.